Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to this live trading session on trading economic news. We're just going to get ready for the economic announcement that will be announced shortly. So we're just going to prepare for that. So I'm just going to bring up the economic calendar as we prepare to get ready for the report. So as usual, you start off your trading day looking at the economic calendar. And today is Friday, the 3rd of September, last day of the trading week. And again, I'm using the GMT +2 time zone. So wherever you are in the world, to make sure you adjust your own economic calendar to your own time zone. So the times I'll be quoting here will be GMT +2 times. So we're just going to have a look, and we've known this right from the beginning of the week, that the big report for the month and the big report for this week is the US unemployment rate and non-farm payrolls report that is due out at 2:30 p.m. GMT +2. So it's basically due out in less than 10 minutes. It's due out in less than 10 minutes. This is a hugely anticipated report. Everyone in the financial markets is waiting for this report. It comes out on the first Friday of every month. So everyone knows when it comes out. It's usually the first Friday of every month around this time. So everyone knows when it's coming out. Everyone is waiting for it. So there's usually a high probability of the markets trending sideways prior to this report. And all markets are affected by this report. So the global stock markets, the fixed income securities markets, the commodities markets, and all currency pairs. So basically all financial markets and all currency pairs are affected by this report. So it shows you how significant and how important this report is. And as we know, markets tend to trend sideways prior to reports of high importance like this. So I've kept out of the market throughout the day. And I'm just going to assess the market now and decide where to place my trades. The main markets we're going to be looking at are the Euro US dollar and the US dollar Canadian dollar. Those are the markets I'm going to be trading. So that's the one we're going to have a quick look at and get ready to place our trades. So we'll start with the Euro US dollar. So looking at the Euro US dollar, we can see clearly the market is currently just trending sideways between R1 and the pivot point. So we're just going to place a pending buy order just above R1 and a pending sell order just below the pivot point. So you can see the pivot point there is 1.18885. So I'm just going to round the fourth digit from the decimal point. I'm going to round that up to 9. So the pivot point there will be 1.1889. So we're going to buy 2 pips above that. So 1.1889, 89 plus 2 is 91. So it's now 1891. And 20 pips stop loss will be 1.1871. And 60 pips profit limit. Again, I'm not good with mental math, so I use a calculator. I don't play guessing games with my trading. So 1891 plus 60. So that's 1951. So that's 1.1951. So I'm going to buy 2 pips above R1. That's at 1.1891 with a 20 pips stop loss and a 60 pips profit limit. And I'm going to do the same for the sell. I'm going to sell 2 pips below the pivot. The pivot is currently at 1.1861. So 2 pips below that will be 1.1859. 1.1859. 1.1859. So 20 pips stop loss will be 1.1879. And then 60 pips profit limit will be 1859 minus 60, since I'm selling 1799. So 1.1799. So there we go. So we've got sell 2 pips below, 60 pips stop loss, and 60 pips profit limit for the buy. So we're all set. I'll just leave the market to do what it wants to do. So let's do the same for the dollar, Canadian dollar. So again, you can see the US dollar, Canadian dollar trending sideways between the pivot point and S1. You can see the market is quite close to S1, and usually I don't want the market to take my order before the report comes out, because the market tends to be quite volatile immediately the report comes out. So I'll wait till close to the time before I place my order there. I'll place my buy order just above the pivot point. And the pivot point there you can see is 1.25776. So I'll round that up to 1.2578. So 2 pips above that will be 1.2580. 1.2580. Again, with a 20 pips stop loss, 1.2560. And then a 60 pips profit limit. That will be, again, bring my calculator out. That will be 2580 plus 60. That's 2640. So 1.2640. Okay, so we've got the buy order there ready. And I'll just get my sell order. You can see it's 3 minutes to the time. So let me get ready to place my order. You can see S1 is 1.21179, which I'll round up to 1.2518. So 2 pips below that is 1.2516. 1.2516. $20 pips stop loss is 1.2536. And again, a 60 pips profit limit will be 2516 minus 60. So that's 2456. That's 1.2456. There we are. So the report is going to be announced in less than 2 minutes. I've got my orders ready to sell. Just 2 pips below S1 with a 60 pips profit limit and 20 pips stop loss. And a buy order 2 pips above the pivot point with a 20 pips stop loss and a 60 pips profit limit. So I've got my orders in place. I've got my money management in place. So I know how much I'm risking per pip. I've got my stop loss and profit limits in place. I've got my entry points in place. So I'm all set. And the rest is up to the market to decide what it wants to do. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can either raise your hand or send your question to the question box. Once the report is announced, we'll just give it about a minute and then we'll end the session and catch up on the platform. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask while we wait for the results to be announced, which will be done in a minute. So like I said, if you have any questions, you click the hand button or you can send your questions through the question box. So you can see all the markets I trade. I've got my orders ready on all of them. Again, make sure you apply good money management if you're going to trade multiple markets. Okay, let's see what happens when the results come out. And again, as a trader, it really doesn't matter what the results say, it's just how the market reacts to the report that we're concerned about. because obviously as a trader, we're going for short-term gains in the market. So just see, oops, you can see it, whoop, it's gone up. And you can see that's what we call slippage, where you can see it's taking me into the trade a couple of pips more than my entry point, but that tends to happen. Okay, so report has come. We'll see what happens. Okay, so there are no questions. I'll let you guys keep an eye on your trades and we'll catch up on the platform. So happy trading.